Final leg, so we are here to talk about the lead into the 2020 Olympic season. In 2019 and over the past couple seasons, there have been amazing athletes making huge strides, showing that they're going to make a significant impact in that 2020 Olympic season. So we're going to talk about a couple of those events. First off, we have the men's 100 and 200 meter short sprinters. First, we have Christian Coleman from the United States, one of the most dominant 100 meter sprinters over the past 2 years or so. In 2017, he managed to win the silver medal in that 100 meters behind Justin Gatlin. He followed that up in 2018, running 9.79 seconds, moving him down the 100 meter all-time list. Followed that up this year in 2019, winning that gold medal with a best of 9.76 seconds, moving him to number 6 all-time in the 100 meters. So really consistent in the 100 meters. His only defeat this year in the 100 was to Noah Lyles back at the Shanghai Diamond League. Aside from that, he went undefeated. He also is a 60-meter world record holder indoors. Back in 2018, he managed to hit that mark. And at 200 meters, he also has some great allocates, having running a personal best of 19.85 back in 2017. And this year, he managed to run 19.97 and 19.91. So really consistent from Christian Coleman across the 100 meters specifically. We're going to see what he's going to be able to do when we get to Tokyo next year, but he is the clear favorite in that 100 meters. Now, stepping it up a notch, we have Noah Lyles from the United States as well. Of course, he is the most dominant 200 meter sprinter in the world since about 2017. This year, he managed to win that gold medal in the 200 at Doha, running a best of 19.83 seconds. But that 19.83 was actually the slowest time that he had run in any final race this year. He had a best of 19.50 seconds that moved him to number 4 all time in the 200 meters, only behind Usain Bolt, Yohan Blake, and Michael Johnson. Of course, there's been talk of him pushing towards that American record and potentially the world record after that, so we're going to see where he's able to go. He also has great credentials at 100 meters, having run a personal best of 9.86 seconds this year. He actually was the only person to beat Christian Coleman at the 100 meters, so great allocates there. He was also the Diamond League winner at both 100 and 200 and was the USA champion at 100 last year. He also had run under 19.70 seconds in 2018 on 4 occasions. The only person in history to have done that is Usain Bolt himself. So Noah Lyles really in some great company and showing that he's not letting up. He's definitely going to be going for some great times and for some great medals in Tokyo 2020 next year. So keep a lookout for him. Next up, moving over to Canada this time though, we have Andre DeGrasse. He has been one of the most consistent athletes over the past couple years. Of course, injuries have hindered him, but we saw his breakout in the NCAA championships back in 2015. He continued to roll, getting the bronze medal in the 100 meters at those world championships in Beijing. And then he had his real breakout in 2016, getting the bronze medal in the 100 meters and then also getting the silver medal in the 200 meters. Great performances in both those events. Then in 2017 and 18, he unfortunately suffered some injuries, but 2019, he came back, was really strong, got really consistent, managed to get the bronze medal in the 100 meters and then the silver medal in the 200 meters as well. So great performances from Andre DeGrasse and showing that he is one of the most dominant and one of the most consistent athletes at both 100 and 200 meters. He has a personal best in the 100 of 9.90 seconds, which he set this year, and then a 200 meter best of 19.80 seconds, which was set back in 2016. So great performances. We're going to see Andre DeGrasse really making an impact in 2020 next year. Now let's jump over to Akini Simbine from South Africa. He's been one of the most consistent 100 meter runners in the world over the past couple years. A personal best of 9.89 seconds in the 100 and also in the 200 a best of 19.95 seconds. He's a 2018 Commonwealth gold medalist in the 100 meters and he has been making finals over the past couple years. Back in Moscow 2013, he got 7th in the 100 meters. Then in Rio, he managed to get 5th place. In 2017 London, he got 5th place. And finally in 2019, he just missed the podium, getting 4th place in Doha. So he's been really consistent and maybe we might see him take that upper step and get onto the podium in 2020 in Tokyo next year. Now let's jump over to Great Britain where we have Zharnel Hughes, another guy who's been very consistent over the past couple years. He broke out on the scene in 2015 when he almost beat Usain Bolt at that New York City Diamond League in the 200 meters. After that, he continued to roll. At the Beijing World Championships that year, he managed to get 5th place in the 200 meters. Then at the London World Championships in 2017, he managed to get 7th place in the 200. Finally in Doha this year, year, he got 6th place in the 100 meters. So very consistent and of course definitely improving. He has a personal best of 9.91 seconds. So, and he's run under 10 seconds a couple times. So let's take a look out for Zharnel Hughes and see what he's able to do in Tokyo next year. Keeping things in Great Britain, we have Gemili, another guy who's been extremely consistent and really on the cusp of making it onto the podium over the past couple years. This year specifically in Doha 2019 in the 200 meters, he led off the curve in that 200, but he unfortunately faded away in the straight and only finished 4th place. But that's really improved upon some of his consistency. Back in Rio 2016, he managed to get 4th in the 200 as well, and he got 5th in 2013. So very consistent. He has a personal best of 9.97 seconds in the 100 meters and 19.97 seconds in the 200 meters. Those are back from 2015 and 2017 respectively, but he shows his consistency and is going to be a force to be reckoned with once he gets things together. So look out for Gemili from Great Britain. Now jumping back to Canada, we have Aaron Brown, another guy who's been really consistent. This year in 2019, he managed to finally make the finals in both events, the 100 and the 200 meters, getting 8th place in the 100 meters, and then he managed to get 6th place in that 200 meters in Doha. Over the past couple years, he's been making semifinals. Actually, since 2012, he's been making semifinals in all the majors, the Worlds and Olympics. So to see him get to those finals in Doha really shows that he's taking it up another notch. He also set personal best this year of 9.96 and 19.95 in the 100 and 200 meters respectively. So he's been really consistent and showing that he is ready to take it to the next level, and we're going to see what he's going to be able to do in Tokyo next year. Next, we're going to move down to Ecuador. We have Quinonez. He has been one of the most consistent 200 meter runners this year, having run under 20 seconds 4 times this entire season with a best of 19.87 seconds. He culminated his season with a bronze medal at the World Championships in Doha, running only behind Lyles and DeGrasse. So great consistency there. He's a little bit older than some of the competitors. He actually made the finals of the London Olympics back in 2012, getting 7th place in the 200 meters. So he still has a lot left though. He showed that he can still be consistent and going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2020 next year. So look out for Quinonez. Now a couple others I want to mention. First I have Oduduru from Nigeria. He's a 2-time NCAA champion. He won the 100 and the 200 meters at NCAAs this year, running a best of 9.86 and 19.73, which is one of the best one-day doubles that we've ever seen in the sport, 400 meters and 200 meters. He unfortunately didn't do well throughout the rest of the season due to some injuries and some issues with the Nigerian Federation, but Oduduru showing he's going to be one to look out for in 2020. We also have Xie Zhenye from China. He's been really consistent over 100 and 200 meters. This year in Doha, he managed to finish 7th in the 200 meter final, and he ran a personal best of 19.88 seconds in the 200. So great performance from him. He also has a 100 meter best of 9.97 seconds. So keep a lookout for Xie Zhenye from China. Auther Cisse as well from the Ivory Coast. He's been very consistent over 100 meters, personal best of 9.93 seconds. He hasn't made any major finals. He's made a couple semifinals, but he showed some consistency on the Diamond League circuit and definitely going to be one to look out for. Going back to the UK, we have Reece Prescod. He unfortunately suffered a lot of injuries this year, but in 2018, he ran a lot of times under 10 seconds and is definitely a very young athlete who's going to be a force to be reckoned with. He won a lot of Diamond League races and showed that he can be a player with the best. So keep a lookout for Reece Prescod. Another really young guy, Cravon Gillespie from the United States. He was the NCAA second placer both at 100 and 200 meters behind Oduduru. He has personal best of 9.93 seconds and 19.93 seconds at 100 and 200 meters respectively. So Gillespie is definitely one to look out for as well. Finally, a couple other guys, Justin Gatlin from the United States. Of course, we all know his allocades. His last year is going to be 2020. He said he's going to be retiring after this year. We can never count him out. He managed to win the gold medal in 2017 and then also the silver medal this year in Doha. So we're going to see what he's going to be able to do in his final year of competition. Finally, we can never forget about Yohan Blake from Jamaica. He had an amazing run in the seasons of 2009 to 2012. Unfortunately, injuries got the best of him after that, and he hasn't been nearly at the peak that he hit back in those years. He did run a best this year of 9.96 seconds and managed to get 5th in the 100 meters in Doha, but we really haven't seen him hit his strides that he did in the years past, but we can never count him out, and we're going to see what he's going to be able to do when we get to Tokyo 2020 next year. All right, so those are the guys I have to look out for in the 100 and the 200 meters. There's a couple other in the 200 like Michael Norman, who's run 19.70, and then also Kenny Benerick, who's run 19.82. But I'm going to talk about those guys on the 400 meter side of things. These all are the 100 and 200 meter guys. So many guys, a couple I've probably left out as well. Make sure you guys comment below. Let me hear some of the guys you're looking out for in the 2020 season leading into Tokyo next year. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like the video, and we'll be back again very soon. Thanks.